Heaven and hell are not places. They are mind states. Head is heaven and heel is hell, and the bottom of the foot is called the soul. 144,000 chosen ones will go to heaven according to the Bible. 1 plus 4 and 4 is 9. 9 represents consciousness. That's why I is the 9th letter of the English alphabet, because when you say I, you're referring to your consciousness. 144,000 is a state of consciousness. That's why 666 adds up to 9, because the mark of the beast is the lower self. 66 is 3 sixes. 3 represents the 3 aspects of consciousness: thoughts, emotions, actions. 6 is the number of physical reality. That's why the cube has 6 sides, and you're in a cube now. You can only move forward, backwards, left, right, upwards, and down. That's 6 sides. 666 is when your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all based on physical reality, cutting off your spirituality. You are the beast in your lower nature. Your consciousness does not operate in this physical reality. That's why you must think outside of the box. The body is the box. The body is the beast, the animal. You are an individual. You exist in 2 realms at once: a material external reality and a spiritual non-physical reality internally, which is the compass and the square combined, spirit and matter. Internal spiritual world projects your outer material world. Spirit is heaven, matter is hell. Reason you feel so lost is because you don't understand your nature. Understanding who you are makes you feel so much better. The only way we can stop being ruled and controlled as humanity is to simply connect with the law that's already within us. The law that you obeyed as a child. You knew not to hurt someone. You knew not to be racist. You knew not to steal because you felt inside that it was wrong. The soul communicates to you through emotion. Emotion's the language of the soul. Thought is the language of the mind. And if we allow the soul, our love, care, law within us, to govern our thoughts and actions, and if everyone did this and went within ourselves and connected with this heart intelligence, we would not be controlled. The word government means to govern the ment, control the mentality, mind control. It's very simple. Thought is the reason why you are depressed. You are thinking too much. You need to meditate, turn off thought, turn off emotion, turn off the 5 senses. And when you turn off thought, depression disappears because you're no longer in the realm of thought. And when you turn off the mind, other aspects of your consciousness starts to open up. All of your life you've been overthinking and feeling emotions and constantly looking outside of yourself. But when you turn your mind inward on itself, there is pure consciousness, pure awareness, which is what the ancients called God. God is inside of you, and you can connect to the source of the universe inside of you, instead of going to the church and paying money to a business. It's so simple. We all need to learn how to control our minds. And when you have full control of your consciousness and your body, you can use that energy and accelerate it into different aspects of your life to become successful. Most people are wasting their mental energy and emotional energy into low-level pleasures like lust, food, overeating. When you retain yourself from these things, you accelerate your life. You need to control your consciousness. You need to control your body. Did you know the sun setting is the symbol for Libra? And the scales of Libra represent the balancing of the sun between the summer and the winter, between the day and the night. A yearly cycle is a daily cycle. Spring is the morning, summer is midday, Libra is the evening, winter is the nighttime. And did you know your body is ruled by the Zodiac signs? Libra rules your core, and the muscles in your core help anchoring your center of gravity, which gives you the ability to balance yourself, just like how Libra is the balancing scales. There's no way this is all just a coincidence. This is evidence that we live in a beautifully designed world, that the sun's rhythm and balance is manifested in your body as the balancing core. And this is why wisdom is wealth. Demon is D-mon. Mon is moon, meaning emotion. D means negative. A demon is a negative emotion, which possess your mind, body, and spirit. You have a physical and an astral body. Constant negative thoughts and emotions create astral energy, which latch onto your body. These entities are created by your own thought forms. You feed them by giving them mental and emotional energy. Every addiction you have is an astral entity that you have created. The astral plane is the screen you have in your mind that allows you to vision an apple. And you have a whole body there. The more thoughts and emotions that you give to these entities, the stronger impact they have over your physical body. I, Magi Nation, you are a magician bringing thoughts and emotions into physical reality. You've been doing magic your whole life. Thoughts and emotions are more powerful than you think. They are the commands that bring things into physical reality. The kingdom of God is within you. Christians aren't even following the word of Jesus, they're following the word of the church. Jesus tells you to meditate. When you pray, enter into the inner chamber and shut the door. The inner chamber is the inner part of your brain, your mind. Shutting the door is turning off the mind. Jesus says, take no thought 5 times in Matthew chapter 6. Because you have 5 senses. Jesus is telling you to turn off the 5 senses and meditate. When you turn off the body and thought, other aspects of your consciousness can open up and connect with God. Jesus was a mystic telling you to go within yourself, not a God to worship. The church is the biggest scam. No man in the sky will ever save you. The devil does not exist. This book will literally tell you everything. Tied your shoelaces that many times, it's become a code. You do it automatically. You no longer have to use the conscious mind to think how to tie the laces. Repetitively use I am statements to recode the subconscious. Never say I will be financially free. Say I am financially free. The subconscious takes everything as truth. Every bad word you say to someone else or about yourself, your subconscious codes takes this as truth. Every conscious word is molding your mind and has molded your codes. The second way is through emotion. Let's say you had a very traumatic car crash 10 years ago. You can recall this memory so vividly, like it happened 5 minutes ago. The stronger the emotion you feel, the deeper it encodes your subconscious. This is why you can recall very emotional events in your life. Use repetition and emotion to think, feel, imagine, and speak about this desired reality. This will mold your subconscious to become that code. This new code will fall into 90% of your behavior, thoughts, and actions, which will then manifest that reality. You are the Anunnaki. You are Anu, the god of the sky, and you are Ki, the goddess of the earth. Together they were married and they gave birth to the Anunnaki. You are the sky and earth. You are heaven and earth together, spirit and matter infused. Close your eyes, you have an internal world, thought, emotion, consciousness. This is spirit. And outside of you, you have this material body. You are spirit and matter infused together. You have to make sure the compass is on top of the square. The circle, spirit, is on top of matter, which means don't let the material world rule your internal world. Your internal world needs to be commands, not reactions, because spirit rules over matter, mind over matter. Until you realize all of these ancient texts are encoded and talking about you, you will never be saved. Have you ever wondered why they make us write with our right hand? The left brain is connected to the right hand and the right brain is connected to the left. Being right hand dominated strengthens the left hemisphere of our brain. I think this is done intentionally. The brain functions in a very mysterious way. What you see in your reality enters your right hemisphere of the brain. The right hemisphere produces a perception of everything unified and holistic. The left hemisphere takes this holistic perception and breaks it down into individual sections. Without the left brain, we wouldn't be able to break things down and manipulate things and analyze. The right brain sees the woods, left brain sees the trees. School teaches you everything is an individual topic. Everything is told to you and you do not think for your own inside school. As you grow older, you keep this mindset of everything being logical and divided, as well as using our right side of the body more heavily. This traps us in making us think everything is divided. Maths, geometry, science, all these things are divided in our culture because we're all left hemisphere dominated pretty much. When in fact, everything comes from the one God mind. All things are manifested in this world by the one mind of God. Everything is one. We are all one consciousness experiencing in different bodies. To align the brain hemispheres, we need to understand that yes, there is a collective consciousness and there is also your own personal consciousness. Every action, every decision you make, you need to keep the collective and your own personal life in mind. And that is pretty much how you align your brain hemispheres and see reality for how it truly is. What you see in your reality enters your right hemisphere of the brain. The right hemisphere produces a perception of everything unified and holistic. The left hemisphere takes this holistic perception and breaks it down into individual sections. Without the left brain, we wouldn't be able to break things down and manipulate things and analyze. The right brain sees the woods, left brain sees the trees. School teaches you everything is an individual topic. Everything is told to you and you do not think for your own inside school. As you grow older, you keep this mindset of everything being logical and divided, as well as using our right side of the body more heavily. This traps us in making us think everything is divided. Maths, geometry, science, all these things are divided in our culture because we're all left hemisphere dominated pretty much. When in fact, everything comes from the one God mind. All things are manifested in this world by the one mind of God. Everything is one. We are all one consciousness experiencing in different bodies. To align the brain hemispheres, we need to understand that yes, there is a collective consciousness, and there is also your own personal consciousness. Every action, every decision you make, you need to keep the collective and your own personal life in mind. And that is pretty much how you align your brain hemispheres and see reality for how it truly is. Never say appreciate, it's appreciate. Bless is be less. The weekend is when you're weakened from the weekdays. A daze is when you're in physical shock or unable to think or react properly. Your parents are a pair who rent. They tell you to say the vowels in the specific order because it says I owe you, because they want you to remain a slave. Words cast spells, that's why it's called spelling, and it molds your mind, and your world is a reflection of your mind. When you say the, you're referring to God to bring it into existence, because the comes from theo, which is Greek for God. Music is me and you sick because the music we listen to is frequency and it has an effect on the water and the cells in our body. A soldier is a soul dyer. Mourning is the expression of sorrow for someone's death. This book will tell you everything you need to know about the truth, yourself, and the connection with the universe. The link is in the bio.
Have you ever wondered why, if you minus all of the numbers on a clock, it adds up to 6? Well, here's why.
6 is the number of time, space, and matter. 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute, and 24 hours in a day. 2 plus 4 equals 6. That's 666. The cube has 6 sides, and this is the geometric shape that gives rise to physical matter. 666 is 3 sixes. 3 represents thought, emotion, action. These are the 3 aspects of creation. 666 is the beast. You are the beast when your thought, emotion, action is only going towards your physical reality, cutting you off from your spirituality, and then you become the beast. That's why 666 is 3 sixes. Now you know why you see 666 absolutely everywhere. It symbolizes worshipping this physical plane. This physical plane is governed by the god of time. Sin is not an action, but a force that you cultivate within yourself that disrupts the life force within you. Now, I'm not saying that you go out and work on these chakras. These chakras are a result of your own mind. If you gain mastery over your mind, your emotions will fall in place. Work on removing these things from your mind. Thoughts create emotions and emotions create actions. One last thing, the church is scamming you. Sin is not an action. The devil is not a real character. These things are all inside of you. Allegories and myths to represent aspects of your psyche. Did you know the 7 deadly sins are 7 blocked chakras? And a sin is not an action. You have an etheric energy body. The emotions are energy in motion. If you feel any of these emotions, you waste the etheric life force that's feeding your body. These emotions can quite literally aid you because your body's being fed by this life force. Sin is not an action, but a force that you cultivate within yourself that disrupts the life force within you. Now, I'm not saying that you go out and work on these chakras. These chakras are a result of your own mind. If you gain mastery over your mind, your emotions will fall in place. Work on removing these things from your mind. Thoughts create emotions and emotions create actions. One last thing, the church is scamming you. Sin is not an action. The devil is not a real character. These things are all inside of you. Allegories and myths to represent aspects of your psyche. Generator is the thought. Operator is emotion. The destroyer is the physical body. Thought, emotion, and action. These are the 3 forces that you hold full control over in this world. You think something, if you care about it, you take physical action. Care is the true generative force in this world. You generate your reality based on what you care about. You only take action on what you care about in your heart. Everything goes through this triad process: birth, growth, and death. This is why most religions have God as a threefold God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. This word is not the vibrational frequency of word. This teaching stems back to the Hermetic philosophy. All is mind. Everything is a mental creation of the all. Every physical object in this physical plane began as a thought in the mind. The word is not vibration, but the inner mental dialogue inside of us. If you close your eyes, before you kick a football, there is a decision, an energetic shift inside of the mind or inside yourself. This command is the true you, the universal consciousness. The word that created all creation is the mind of God. All creation is an emanation of the mind. You possess a small mind, a small version of God's mind. It's not a coincidence this was on John 1:1. 1:1 represents the two pillars of masonry: the inner world and the outer world. The inner world of consciousness reflects outward in the outer world of matter. They are mirrors of each other. 11 is the number of creation. Because your soul is not physical. The soul is the intelligence within you, what is right and what is wrong. When you hurt someone or are negative to someone, you can feel it in your heart that you have done something wrong. Because the soul is encoded with goodness and love. They have not sold their soul, it's metaphorical, for exchanging money to go against your soul's will of goodness. There is no devil to sell your soul to, but you can exchange money to go against your soul's goodness. The 33 vertebrae on your spine. Jesus was crucified in Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. Because you crucify yourself and you raise your kundalini to the brain, past the 33rd vertebrae to the skull, which activates unused parts of your brain, heightens your intuition, and allows your brain to process information quicker, making you become enlightened. Crucifixion of Jesus never happened. It's symbolic of the renewal of your consciousness, crucifying your old self to become enlightened and fully awakened. You have to crucify your lower self, raise your kundalini, and activate your higher self. Did you know baptism is a scam? To trick you and to make you believe that you're going to be saved, and the true baptism happens within you. We have 4 stages of human consciousness. Earth, stage 1. This is when we're in a survival state of consciousness. Water, stage 2. The truth in cleansing. Dunking your head in water is symbolic for cleansing yourself from the survival animalistic state. And once we've cleansed ourselves, we have the fire stage, the awakening, the spiritual awakening. Then once we awaken, we go to the air, stage 4 of self-mastery. Dunking your head in water will not save you from anything. You must save yourself from the lower mind, from the animalistic state of consciousness. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, Corinthians 15:50. It means your body cannot enter the kingdom of God. Your emotions, spirit, and mind can, which means heaven and hell is a mind state, not a real place. Theologians 4:17, you meet the Lord in the air. You meet the Lord in the highest stage of consciousness, the mind, the air, the self-mastery. No man in the sky going to save you. Religion want you to believe this so you give away your power. They don't want you mastering yourself. They want you weak. Find the Book of Wisdom, Volume 2 in my bio.